Behind quite the mess. New video this morning of snow falling overnight, prompting several snow emergencies across the Twin Cities metro. We do want to welcome you in. Good morning. I'm Alicia Lewis alongside Jason Hackett.
So right now, our KARE 11 weather impact alert is still in effect with several inches of snow on the ground. We're getting ready to head out the door with team coverage. So let's start with John with the latest look at our forecast. Thankfully, nothing falling from the sky right now, John,
Yes.
which is great.
Yeah, at least for right now, it sure is beautiful. Thank goodness it's beautiful. Causing a big problem last night. That snow was heavy. 6 to 8 o'clock last night was rough. Now, we had that lull in the activity, and then we had a little snow last night. So while you were sleeping, we added another ½ inch to an inch. If you look outside, you shovel last night, you got to shovel again. But that's why we're lingering this through noon today, because we have blowing snow and we're going to have continuous slick roads, especially the county roads. Those ones are tough. In fact, a lot of the side and county roads haven't even been plowed yet. Once you get to the main roads, they've been plowed at least. Use some caution this morning. You're going to need some extra time. This is actually a good sign. So temperatures in the teens and 20s, super valuable. I look for temperatures above 15 to 25 degrees after a snow because the roads can actually get cleared. When you're at 8 degrees or 5 degrees, the roads will not actually get cleared. But I think by the afternoon, we should do an okay job here. It is windy out here. Wind gusts at 22 miles per hour. That's causing some problems in some rural spots, and the winds get stronger the further southwest you go. Now, Cece's here tracking those roads right now. We've, of course, seen some spinouts and accidents.
We have a lot of them this morning. Good morning. I do first want to show you the road conditions map to show you this updates every 30 minutes or so, that most roads are partially covered. We see some completely covered roads as you're coming in on Highway 55 here in the Medina area, or two here on 394, Highway 100. So be careful if you're in those areas, and be careful too because roads may look like they're pretty clear, but there's still ice, and especially if you're on the city streets or side roads, those are really covered with snow. So you'll want to take it slow once you are making your way toward those main roads. This is up in Columbus. Good morning if you're watching from there. Vehicle spin out right down there on Highway 97 southbound, right as you're trying to make your way to I-35 there to get into the Twin Cities metro. We're seeing a little bit of slowing in this area. I'm not going to tell you to change your route in that area just yet, but I'll let you know if you need to. But vehicle spinouts are popping up all over the Twin Cities metro. Luckily, it's not impacting the commute too much. I'll let you know when it does. Just a lot of yellow, especially in the West metro. East metro is pretty quiet still. I'll let you know when this changes and update you about any more crashes throughout the morning, though.
Folks just got to watch their speeds. All right, Cece, thank you. Let's get to Michelle Beck. She's been in Mobile 11 all morning long. I know the plows have been out overnight. Michelle, how are the roads shaping up?
Well, Alicia, I can tell you, we have some KARE 11 colleagues who told us Fridley, Brooklyn Park, this North Metro is looking really bad as they came into work this morning. And so that's where we are. We are in Fridley now. We are in a side street just off of Mississippi Street in Northeast. And, one of these roads, we saw a car try to enter. Oh, and we're feeling a lot of that. Our car just struggling, our all-wheel drive, our SUV struggling to get into one of these neighborhood roads that have clearly not been plowed. But yeah, like I was saying, we saw a fellow car not even attempt to go into one of these side streets because it's bad. Luckily we are able to make our way through these treaded, I guess already treaded but barely treaded parts of the snow here, but we're going to cross this bank. I don't know if that's what you call it, but these turns, as you can see, have been hard. And so that's what we're noticing this morning. Even these plowed roads are still partially covered. The plows have been working hard, but they are not fully clear. And as you can see, these side streets are not fun. And so that's an honest picture. You could hear it in my voice, I'm sure. But Adam, luckily our photojournalist behind the wheel, is doing a great job. He's done winter driving all his life, so I'm in good hands. But yeah, if you're driving in one of these neighborhoods, be prepared to take things slowly, and you have to be really careful about navigating through this kind of snow. Guys.
Especially as the plows go by. It was a bank, Michelle. You need that little bit of ramming speed in those neighborhoods to get over those embankments.
Yeah.
All right.
You also got to know your car. If you have a Ford Fiesta, just be careful as you head out this morning. Michelle, thank you. If you're parked on the street this morning, you may need to get out and move your car for the plows.
Yes, even if it is a Ford Fiesta. Audrey Russo is joining us from West St. Paul with a breakdown of the snow emergencies in effect. Hey, Audrey.
Yeah, good morning. You can see some of these roads are pretty dicey out here in West St. Paul. Take a look at this. As I kind of fee-fi-fo-fum my way backwards on this side street, you can see about 3 to 4 inches of snow covering the roadway. We're actually just off of Annapolis, and that is one of the main thoroughfares that this snow emergency falls under. The city is asking people not to park on some of those main streets. It went into effect at 2 a.m., and that is because they want to make sure there's enough room for the plows to get by. Fortunately, when we were driving here this morning, it looked like people were heeding that. They'd gotten their cars off of Annapolis. Now, some of these side streets here where you see these cars parked, they've got until the morning rush begins to clear out and skedaddle for the day. They are not allowed to park back on the street until 8 p.m. or until roads like this one are cleared, whichever comes first. Now, also under the snow emergency, you've got about 48 hours here in West St. Paul to clear your sidewalk, or you could face a $55 fine. So no fun, or is it?
We were trying to sled on a baking sheet, but it's the first big snow of the season, so we were like, let's go out and have fun.
Now, those were some U of M students that we spoke to during the overnight hours. They were enjoying themselves. Minneapolis is actually not under a snow emergency, but you could see from some of the video that we gathered in Dinkytown and in North Minneapolis, the streets there are also completely covered. Our cameras captured a plow doing his absolute best to clear some semblance of a safe path forward for traffic. So obviously the plow drivers have their work cut out for them this morning. Some of the other communities that are under snow emergencies, Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, Plymouth, and New Hope all have similar rules to West St. Paul. They don't want people parking on the streets until things can get plowed curb to curb. And you want to make sure that you are heeding these snow emergencies because you don't want to get ticketed and towed. Back to you.
Good advice, Audrey Russo. Thank you. And to be young in college again.
Yeah.
A baking sheet. I wonder if it worked or if they just sunk.
Good question. To have no responsibilities, to just be able to go out and do all
No
that.
responsibilities.
Except for classes and whatnot. You know what I mean. Audrey, thank you. So right now, people living in an apartment in Minneapolis's Lindale neighborhood are without heat as the coldest December temperatures in years start to settle in today. And they actually haven't had heat for months now. The management company tells KARE 11 News the building's boiler system went out in October, and they're hoping to have the new system running by this Friday. They say they're offering rental credits and space heaters in the meantime, but people living there say it's not enough.
I tested yesterday, and my space heater had been on for a while at that point, and it was 47.1. So, we keep refrigerators at 40 degrees. We are 7 degrees hotter than a fridge.
47.1 is crazy. Gordon Severson has advice on what to do if your apartment or rental loses heat in his full story on KARE11.com. And hopefully that issue is fixed fast because we saw what's coming this weekend.
That's downright dangerous. I feel like